Saiko! Yo! Yo, Saiko! That ending. Like, you guys don't understand. I've been waiting for this chapter for so long. We all have. We all have. And I had read the Raws multiple times and pretty much saw what was going to happen. I read this chapter after the translation came out just now. Multiple times. And I'm still getting wrecked by this ending. Saiko, my fucking girl, dude, staring down this fiend. Holy shit, dude. I don't even know what to think right now because it could go one of two ways. I just don't know how to feel, okay? Tokyo Ghoul, Chapter 40. Bear with me. You already know it's going to be a long review. We're going to go in depth. We're going to go page by page. You already know. But here's the thing right now. I just need to talk about Saiko and that ending for a second. Because out of all the hype that happened this episode, the Q's getting cornered in fuckboy Kanae's trap, you know, the introduction of the new white suit members under Naki and everything like this, HAKATORI, dude, TATARA's direct subordinate with that mask that's just utterly crazy, wielding a QUINQUE katana, dude. Fucking the battle of the fuckboys, Urie versus Kanae, going in, my boy, like, no lie. I can't even hate on Urie right now. I can't even hate. No, but despite all of that, the ending just has me fucked up right now. It just has me fucked up because I'm like, here's how it can go. First of all, let's not take this man Shikorae lightly. One of the most fiendish ghoul designs I've seen since, you know, Sato came back one eye. Just straight up, like, fucking Kijima's look, as disturbed and twisted as it is, has nothing on this fiend, looking like some cracked out ghoul version of Ryuk from Death Note. Straight up. He's wearing human skin as his mask. Never seen that before, okay? Even the white suits have the nice, you know, monochrome masks and everything like that. HAKATORI, like I said, with one of the illest masks I've ever seen. Like, no lie, Uta better have had his hands on that mask, because if Uta didn't make that mask, I'm pretty sure, it's pretty safe to say that Uta made the mask for her, okay? I wouldn't put it past Uta to be making masks for Aogiri. It's not like he declines any clientele like that. If it's not Uta, I want to know who made that mask. There has to be some other crazy mask maker within the ghoul realm that we have to get introduced to them, because that shit is crazy. But I digress. I don't need to get off that tangent. This man is wearing skin as his face. He looks like an utter fiend. He's just towering over Saiko. And I'm scared right now because with the death flags on Saiko's head, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, back when, you know, the Q's went to HYSY and they were getting their measurements for the mask from Uta, you know, there was some setups with the dialogue, you know, referencing, you know, the fairy tower of the chateau and everything like that, putting death flags on Saiko's head, just straight up. Unignorable. So right now, especially that ending, that cliffhanger, I'm just like, yo, if it goes the route of Saiko just getting destroyed and Saiko dies right here, first of all, my hatred for Kanae will never dissipate. Just straight up, it will never dissipate. On top of that, I'm gonna be salty because here's the other way it can go, and that's why I have this weird mixture of hype and apprehension. Because I've been saying this from day one. Okay, since Saiko's real, true character introduction. Chapter 10 of Urie, I believe it was. Go back and look at it. As a matter of fact, I'll go out of my way to link my review in the description. Okay? I said it from then. Saiko Saikyo. Saiko is going to prove to be the craziest fucking character. I predicted it. I saw it within her. And after what took place in the auction, let's not forget about that, okay? Let's not forget about who the true person is that took down Nutcracker. Yes, Shirazu got that finishing blow, and yes, he's suffering the trauma because of that, and realistically, it's because he refused to spare her and put her out like that, okay? But we'll get to that later on. It was all Saiko. We saw the Kakugan activate. We cut away, off page, we come back, we know she activated her Kagane, we can speculate with some sort of Rinkaku. You saw the room just decimated, Nutcracker lying there, torn to shreds, her arm just fucking gone. I'm like, yo, I need to see her going. Like, I knew it since then. You can go back and look at that review. And I was like, I need to see her going. So if she doesn't go in right now because I can easily see her as hype as and fiendish as this Shikorae man is. If he gets straight up bodied by Saiko, because we know, yes, she had to hide. Yes, when she's put in these situations and everybody's, you know, trying to take care of Saiko, trying to get her out of there, it's because of two things. And I guarantee, because we've already heard the fact that Saiko has been the most successful Q's experiment in terms of she's the most compatible with the Q surgery that they all underwent. Okay? We've seen the beast that lays dormant inside of her. It's only a matter of time. I wouldn't be surprised if she bodies this fool, and that's the end. Do I think that it's gonna happen? No, simply because this character has a lot of potential. No lie, this character has a lot of potential to do some fiendish things in the future. Ishida's gonna introduce him like that just to go out. I mean, I'd be fine with it. It would be fucking hype just to see Saiko go in and just decimate him. But here's what I want. Here's what I want. I don't want Saiko to die, and I want to see her go in, and hopefully, you know, either she bodies this fool and he goes out, or the batch gets broken up somehow, somebody intervenes. I don't know. But I'm scared for Saiko, but at the same time hype, because I'm finally going to see the truth behind Saiko Saikyo. So that shit has me excited. But now that I'm done raving about Saiko, I'll probably talk about it some more during this chapter, because you guys don't understand. Saiko is my favorite Q outside of Sasaki, Kaneki. Saiko is my favorite. Like, it goes Saiko, Shirazu and MUTSUKI are currently tied, you know, on the next line, and then Urie at the bottom. And Urie is making some moves right now, and we'll talk about that as we go along. But Saiko is that shit, dude. Saiko, no, and I can't say she's my favorite girl in Tokyo Ghoul, because let's be honest here. First of all, we got fucking Haru coming in here, giving everybody a run for their money. But let's be honest, dude. Fucking Toka, Hinami, Eto, Akira, etc., etc. There's too many fucking beast females in TG. Okay, Saiko just rank fall among them. But I fucking love her, dude. Ever since she was introduced, that neat otaku greatness, it's fucking amazing, dude. I can't lose her. I can't literally calling out to Mamon. I'm like, oh my god, don't let anything bad happen to Saiko, and let me see the beast go in. Okay? Now we're done. Let's go from page 1. Let's dive into this chapter. First of all, we got some dialogue, you know, between the Qs talking about how Kijima's strategy is going, and Shirazu's like, yo, is Kijima just waiting to be attacked and everything? When they stumble across Kanae, luring them into an obvious trap, Sasaki tells them to hang back. Once again, fuckboy Urie tendencies. Like, I'm not gonna lie, at this stage in the chapter, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious right now? Why you gotta go after him like that? He leads them straight up into his trap. I knew he had it, and if it weren't for, if they would have kept their cool and let him run off, Sasaki tells them to hang back. This could have been approached differently. They wouldn't be trapped inside a parking garage with all this insanity going, which is a fucking amazing venue, by the way. Ishida, man, just this battle, the setup for it, how it's going in, it's amazing, right? And you see Urie, the whole reason he chased him down in the first place, he's like, just perfect to test my power. That's all he wants. That's legit all he wants, right? And Kanye thinks he has them. He's like, yo, you gonna be fine without your babysitters? Let's go. Starts going in and dude, the paneling, the pacing of these fights and these engagements throughout this chapter were fucking awesome, dude. Alright, and then you see them rushing over. We get introduced to Shousei and fucking Hoguro, dude. Now, these two, you might not, because as soon as Sasaki's like white suits, I instantly recognized connection and knew where they were from and what the fuck was going on. Some people are going to be like, yo, what is he talking about? They're with the Aogiri. Straight up, Naki, and it says in this chapter, in the pages to come, we're going to come across it, but Naki's subordinates, you know, they even say Big Bro Naki. The white suits are all under Naki, okay? So you see them, those two, they have a bunch of goons, all, you know, instituted by Yamori within Aogiri. They all, you know, Yamori is the official founder of the white suit faction in Aogiri. But I digress. You see these fuckers come in, they're clearly no fucking joke. They're no joke, and especially since coming after, you know, when Gagi and Gugi sacrificed themselves, I believe those names, those, you know, kind of big, brutish dudes that sacrificed themselves for Naki in the auction, to see that there's still so many fucking prime members in the white suits, especially in terms of, like, Hoguro, dude. The man's character design, like, not so much, you know, Shousei, I don't really fuck with his character design like that. The butt chin and everything like that, it's some weird crossover I'm not feeling. But fucking Hoguro, dude, oh, that character design is fucking amazing. It kind of teeters along the lines of Sado, but it definitely stands apart. It almost looks like some Tite Kubo shit, I would say. Like, no lie, out of most, if not all of Ishida's, you know, character designs, you see that kind of Ishida inspiration in them. It just looks like a character that he would make. But I feel like fucking Hoguro definitely has like a Tite Kubo flair to him. But I don't know if that's just me, whatever. But anyway, they run up on Sasaki. He tells MUTSUKI and Saiko to get out of there. Currently, he's going in against 5 of them, from what I could count. two, you know, Shousei and Hoguro, plus, you know, these four, no, there's 6 of them, plus these 4 goons in the back. Sasaki's going in against all of them, dude. I need to see this fight. I need to see what transpires, if he can actually hold his own against all of them at this point. Because every single time in RE, for the most part, that Sasaki has come up against an obstacle that he can't handle by just, you know, evasive action and just putting out one-shotting, he's gotten worked. He's gotten worked to a point where he's been pushed to his mental limits, having to interact with the various other personas inside of him, even when the serpent stuff was going on and, you know, Centipede starting to rear to the surface and everything like that. So I'm interested to see how that goes. Next, but one of the best parts of this chapter for me, though, is the next scene, because we have fucking Torso peer his head out. MUTSUKI encounters him, dude. And seeing this scene, MUTSUKI, calm as fuck, and that's what I love. MUTSUKI, nobody can deny for me, and maybe you can contest this, but for me personally, MUTSUKI has had the most character development out of all the Qs in RE. Just straight up has had the most, and whenever we talk about the Qs, we're always excluding Sasaki and Kaneki, because that's just, it doesn't count. It doesn't count within that sphere, okay? Isn't even phased, dude. And Torso's like, it's been a while. Oh, you've changed your hairstyle. It's so cute. Torso's so fiendish, dude. MUTSUKI doesn't even give him time to finish talking. Just starts going in with the blade, slicing him up, putting those hands on him like, yo, to see how much. And we saw the signs of it after the auction. MUTSUKI's development in more of a physical side and her powering up and getting more skills and everything like that, training with Juzo and whatnot. But to see after the time skip how even much more stronger she's become, like Torso's like, you've turned strong, and he's getting off on it, dude. This hard, weird, twisted S&M vibe that Torso is letting off, like it's some crazy. He's like, amazing, just amazing. He's getting this work, and he's like, I'm gonna turn you into still life. He's like, we're connected by knives. This could really be exciting. All right, Toro, let's connect even more. Stab, 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 stab. I'm just like, yo, Torso is so far gone. He was about to get fucking worked. I don't even know what he thought was gonna happen if, you know, HAKATORI didn't run up on there. And that was when I got fucking hyped, because first of all, knowing what I know after the pages following this, that HAKATORI is TATARA's direct subordinate, that shit just gets me hype as fuck regardless. Probably my favorite Ghoul introduced in this crew of, you know, these new Aogiri members that we're getting to introduced to in this chapter, wielding this crazy QUINQUE katana. I don't even know what her Kagane is like. Fucking character design is amazing. That mask is glorious. The outfit is beast. Just, oh my god, dude. I need to see this go in. I need to see that fight between MUTSUKI and her, dude. It's gonna be fucking crazy. I'm not worried about MUTSUKI right now. I'm honestly not worried. I think she can hold her own. I think that I think all the Qs, for the most part, are gonna make it out of this situation. The one I'm most concerned about is Saiko, and after that, probably Shirazu. But ultimately, I think they will all make it out of the situation. Potentially somebody's gonna die. If somebody does die, it's gonna be fun to. The reason that I want them all to survive is because we have masks coming our way. Okay, we have I'm not putting it past Ishida to kill somebody off here. It could very well happen. A Q could die in this whole scenario, for sure. I'm not gonna discount that. But I want to see the fucking masks. The build-up has been in Israel for the masks. I know it's a fucking ridiculous reason, but I want to see every Q in a mask. And if they get put out here, if I lose Saiko especially, or MUTSUKI, yo, Kanye, I will always abhor you, dude. And the man's paying them off. He's like, don't spout nonsense. He's like, this is just an advance payment. For every person you kill, I'll pay double. You gonna be alive to settle up at the end of this while Urie is putting those hands to you? We'll get back to that in a second. The only thing, and you guys, here's the thing about Kanye. I think, no lie, that I hate Kanye more than I hate Urie at this point. I know, it's fucking shocking. Throughout RE, I've been chanting the mantra, fuck boy Urie, okay? Right now, Kanye, I can't do it. I hate everything. The only thing I like about Kanye is his character design. This panel on page 12 looks raw as fuck. Ishida's artwork, the tones, it looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie. His character design is beast, and the way that Ishida has written this character and develops his dialogue and everything like that is amazing. Do I fuck with it? No. Okay, it's just sniveling fuckboy who's misinterpreting this ideal of Shu and trying to, you know, call everything around him to make it so. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, dude? Yo, if anything happens to any of my Qs, dude, I will never let you live it down. But he is going and he's targeting Shirazu's, you know, Kako, which that shit's insane to me. That he can target the individual Kagura that store the RC cells and disable them so that, you know, Shirazu can't use his Kagune. And the man should have been trying to fuck with the new QUINQUE from the beginning, but we know he has this trauma, you know, from killing, you know, Nutcracker. He's been seeing visions of her time and time again. He's haunted by her. And you see it once again, dude, this panel as he tries to access the QUINQUE, dude. That shit is amazing. Just, you see Nutcracker, this fiendish looking panel, the flowers in the background, and I wonder if that has some sort of symbolism, especially with the build-up and the way flowers have been used this arc in terms of Shu, you know, Kaneki and Sasaki, you know, resolution and the coalescing the personas and everything like that. That shit, that panel was fucking crazy, dude. And then you have Urie being like, yo, you're a piece of shit, squad leader, blah, blah, blah. And once again, I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck boy Urie. Just straight up, I'm just like, fuck boy Urie once again. And he's like, I'm gonna go in by myself. Starts fucking, oh my god, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. As much as it's fuck boy Urie right now. And yes, he still is my second most hated character in this series. Kanae has simply just surpassed him. I feel like Kanae is surpassing him. But the reason that Urie is redeeming himself for me, and I've said this since the jump. I've said this since the very beginning, you know, back when, you know, during the torso investigation, when Urie went up against Nishiki, when he was Serpent and everything like that. I was like, I hate this man. He's a prick. He's a fuckboy. But I respect that he goes in and he's willing to do anything to achieve his goal. The man bit his own arm. Back then, I believe it was like chapter 6 or 7. He bit his own arm to get the fuel to keep going. I was like, yo, that drive, that tenacity. I respect that about him. And it's time and time again he's done that. Even though, you know, when he activated Frame 4, he started going fucking insane. It's only a matter of time before he lets, you know, this newfound power start to consume as well. I mean, he's been training to try and control the frames and everything like that. People can still cite, if there are any Urie supporters out there, and I don't know who they are, if there's anybody who's a die-hard Urie fan, they're probably going to cite the Arima comment, which, to this day, I think Arima was just blowing smoke out of his eyes. There's no way the man, there's no way, like, I think Arima was just saying some nice shit to say some nice shit to the man, because there's no way him getting this bloated ego talking about him to surpass, you know, Sasaki, wield his power better than him and everything. Like, fuck you. I'm still going to, he's still fuckboy Urie. It's not even about that. But the man goes in. He's like, how has he become this strong in half a year? He slams Kanye's head against the concrete, dude. And he's like, I'll break your neck, dude. I'm like, holy shit. The way the man is just one-handing him on the concrete after going in with those countless blows and talking about breaking his neck, which makes me believe that the man's still salty about, you know, Takeyomi getting that shine during the auction and completely, you know, breaking the neck of that fat PRO member during the auction. I forget his name right now, but just snapping his neck. I think he's still salty about that because everybody was praising him about that. Everybody's still talking about, there's rumors about that going on. I think he wants, you know, at least he didn't say promotion, but he wants to do something on that level so he can go in. I mean, you're not bouging though. That's the thing, really. You might be crazy. You're not on that bouging level quite yet. But I mean, it looks like you're about to snap the man's neck. Shit's fucking crazy. I have to hand it to him. As much as I detest him, he's going in. And right now with the battle of the fuckboys, Kanye versus Urie, I will say that whoever wins, just straight up, whoever wins is going to be the one that I like more. Just that's how it's going to have to be right now. Because I hate them. Urie is proving himself more right now. And plus, with the relationship, you know, Mitsuki x Urie building up in the background. I've talked about this before. I don't really feel like going in on it right now. But, you know, I feel like she can redeem his character and transform him in a way. If anybody wants to make pairings with NAKI'S right now, that's the way it has to be. Plus, you know, Shirazu x Saiko. And we already know how Shirazu feels about Saiko. Although, you know, Haidu is getting his mind all confused and whatnot. But that's neither here nor there right now. My point is, the loser of this battle is the ultimate fuckboy of Tokyo. The flagship mascot of fuckboys for this series, okay? That's how it's gonna go. So you got the battle breakdown, the different points in the garage and everything like that. I love when we see the positioning of everything like that. And then the fucking ending. You have Saiko just kind of cowering in the corner. It's like, Muchan said hide, but when exactly am I supposed to get back out? I wonder if Muchan will be alright alone. I'd just be dead weight if I tagged along, though. It's best for everyone if I just stay here. No, but still. And you just see the man towering over her. And her reaction is so much. She's like, oh. Like, shit. Like, I don't know if she's shocked. I don't know if she's trolling. If she doesn't give a fuck. I don't know if it's some deadpan shit. It's fucking hilarious to me, dude. It's absolutely hilarious. So, I'm hype right now. Needless to say, the chapter So much fucking shit. I have to go back through it once again and look for even deeper points of symbolism and everything like that. I mean, no lie, that's what my boy Chibi does best, though, with the research and going in and looking for all the various parts and pieces. I tend to want to talk about the chapter dead straight away, so I get in, I dive in, just talk about my thoughts, and then I do that kind of research later and dive more into what, you know, the symbolism that's going on in every chapter. So that's why, you know, I never really dive into it too much, but then again, that's what I'm saying. That's what my boy Chibi's review is for. So I'm just waiting on that too, just like everybody else, and it's gonna be some good shit. But this chapter, dude, just oh my god. I think, no lie, still Hakatori is one of the most hype parts of this chapter for me. Like, I want to see her go in. I wonder how things are gonna resolve itself, and I want to hear everybody's opinion on that right now, because right now, and I think this is rare that this happens to me, I don't think I can see a clear resolution for what's taking place. Normally, I have some sort of, you know, inkling, or I can see, you know, some path of how things are resolving themselves. Aside from the Psycho thing, which could go either way. Either she gets wrecked, destroyed, or, and if she gets wrecked without showcasing her power, I'm gonna be mad salty. I'm always going to be salty about that. If Psycho dies here, one, I'm gonna catch heavy feels. I'm gonna get wrecked off of that alone. But two, I'm just gonna bear this kind of distaste that I never got to see her go in, especially after that build up. And I don't. This is fucking Suishida, man. It's the god himself. He's not going to do something like that. So I think it's gonna be all good as far as that's concerned. But I don't know how the Sasaki battles are gonna resolve themselves. Kanae is paying top dollars for this mission to go down, so somebody is gonna get fucked up. Somebody on some side is gonna get fucked up. I don't know how, you know, everybody's walking away from this alive. It seems too convenient for everybody to walk away from this alive unless something happens, a third party gets involved, you know, the garage gets destroyed. Who the fuck knows, dude? Maybe we see fucking Amont roll up on scene, which I think that wouldn't be the case at this stage. Yeah, I don't think that they would throw him on it at this stage. I don't think Shu would get involved in this either. However, it is his boy Kanae. Shu could easily be aware of what he was trying to do and try and get himself involved. But ultimately, either they get backup from CCG, you know, probably like Cordy's unit or something like that. If not, I have no idea how these battles are going to resolve themselves, because these characters being just introduced, I can't really scale the power except for the two white suits. Like fucking Hoguro and Shousei, I'm pretty confident that Kaneki, you know, Sasaki could take them just like 2-on-1 straight up. I think he could, but they still got 6 goons in the background. I would say that since they're serving under Naki, that potentially they're no higher than S rate, but you know, they could be on Naki's level and just be, you know, subordinates of him, so they could be that S rate level as well. But I'm not too concerned about the Sasaki battle. I want to see him finally just wreck some shit and move forward, unless they prove to be much more of a challenge. The most interesting thing for me is the Psycho shit, and then after that, the Mutsuki, you know, versus Hakatori. You know, the Urie versus Kanae shit, the Battle of Fuck Boys. Urie's done putting in work right now. I'm more interested actually in seeing Shirazu and how he recovers and how he deals with this trauma that he has with Nutcracker and everything like that, and how it ties into the history with his father and so forth and so on. How this mental trauma that he's bearing and finally getting into the ultimate, you know, end game of Urie and of Shirazu, excuse me, and what, you know, his desire for this money and everything is for. So that's something I'm really interested to get into, and hopefully we can do that now. I think this would be an apt time to actually dive into his mentality and his psyche right now while he's reeling off of these effects. I think Urie's got this fight. That's probably the only outcome I see for sure. Urie's got Kanae done, man. Like, the training he's been, you saw the man in the gym putting in work. As much as I want to hate him right now, I can't deny that shit was badass. You gotta give credit when credit's due, and Urie went in. Okay? That's it. So, that's pretty much my thoughts on the chapter. I know I rambled on for a long time, but I've been waiting for this chapter for over a week now. Like, it's been a week extra since we should have been having it, and I've been excited this whole time. My hype has been building up. I just want to sit down, take my time, and fucking rant and rave. So, let me know your thoughts on the chapter, anything else you want to talk about, any theories you have, or how you guys think things are going to play out, and I'm out. Peace.